I am not concerned that you have fallen, I am concerned that you arise. All my life I have tried to pluck a thistle and plant a flower wherever the flower would grow in thought and mind. Common-looking people are the best in the world, that is the reason the Lord makes so many of them. The probability that we may fail in the struggle ought not to deter us from the support of a cause we believe to be just. You may deceive all the people part of the time, and part of the people all the time, but not all the people all the time. We should be too big to take offense and too noble to give it. I remember my mother's prayers and they have always followed me. They have clung to me all my life. The dogmas of the quiet past are inadequate to the stormy present. The occasion is piled high with difficulty, and we must rise with the occasion. As our case is new, so we must think anew and act anew. My father taught me to work, he did not teach me to love it. I don't like that man. I must get to know him better. If you would win a man to your cause, first convince him that you are his sincere friend. If I had 8 hours to chop down a tree, I'd spend 6 hours sharpening my axe. A friend is one who has the same enemies as you have. As our case is new, we must think and act anew. Things may come to those who wait, but only the things left by those who hustle. A woman is the only thing I am afraid of that I know will not hurt me. You cannot build character and courage by taking away man's initiative and independence. I do not think much of a man who is not wiser today than he was yesterday. And in the end, it's not the years in your life that count. It's the life in your years. If you look for the bad in people, you will surely find it. With the fearful strain that is on me night and day, if I did not laugh I should die. With the catching ends the pleasure of the chase. I walk slowly, but I never walk backward. Force is all-conquering, but its victories are short-lived. I destroy my enemies when I make them my friends. There is nothing true anywhere, the true is nowhere to be seen. If you say you see the true, this seeing is not the true one. If I were two-faced, would I be wearing this one? With educated people, I suppose, punctuation is a matter of rule, with me it is a matter of feeling. But I must say I have great respect for the semicolon, it's a useful little chap. The best way to destroy an enemy is to make him a friend. Avoid popularity if you would have peace. The worst thing you can do for those you love is the things they could and should do themselves. The best thing about the future is that it comes one day at a time. All I am, or can be, I owe to my angel mother. It often requires more courage to dare to do right than to fear to do wrong. Determine that the thing can and shall be done, and then we shall find the way. Sir, my concern is not whether God is on our side, my greatest concern is to be on God's side, for God is always right. If there is anything that a man can do well, I say let him do it. Give him a chance. In this sad world of ours, sorrow comes to all. Perfect relief is not possible, except with time. You cannot escape the responsibility of tomorrow by evading it today. Character is like a tree and reputation like a shadow. The shadow is what we think of it, the tree is the real thing. Always bear in mind that your own resolution to succeed is more important than any other. When I do good, I feel good. When I do bad, I feel bad. And that is my religion. It is better to remain silent and be thought a fool than to open one's mouth and remove all doubt. Will springs from the two elements of moral sense and self-interest. I like to see a man proud of the place in which he lives. I like to see a man live so that his place will be proud of him. An old Dutch farmer, who remarked to a companion once that it was not best to swap horses when crossing a stream. Whatever you are, be a good one. To sin by silence when they should protest makes cowards of men. It has been my experience that folks who have no vices have very few virtues. Am I not destroying my enemies when I make friends of them? Nearly all men can stand adversity, but if you want to test a man's character, give him power. I have always found that mercy bears richer fruits than strict justice. Be sure you put your feet in the right place, then stand firm. We are not enemies, but friends. we must not be enemies. Though passion may have strained, it must not break our bonds of affection. The mystic chords of memory will swell when again touched, as surely they will be, by the better angels of our nature. I will prepare and someday my chance will come. I don't know who my grandfather was, I'm much more concerned to know what his grandson will be. I am not bound to win, but I am bound to be true. I am not bound to succeed, but I am bound to live by the light that I have. I must stand with anybody that stands right, and stand with him while he is right, and part with him when he goes wrong. A house divided against itself cannot stand. Those who deny freedom to others deserve it not for themselves. That some achieve great success, is proof to all that others can achieve it as well. Truth is generally the best vindication against slander. Most folks are about as happy as they make up their minds to be. I am a slow walker, but I never walk back. No man is poor who has a godly mother. You can tell the greatness of a man by what makes him angry. Those who write clearly have readers, those who write obscurely have commentators. Tact is the ability to describe others as they see themselves. It is difficult to make a man miserable while he feels worthy of himself and claims kindred to the great God who made him. Let not him who is houseless pull down the house of another, but let him labor diligently and build one for himself. I am for those means which will give the greatest good to the greatest number. The better part of one's life consists of his friendships. My great concern is not whether you have failed, but whether you are content with your failure. In giving freedom to the slave, we assure freedom to the free. I do not think we could find a better rule than this: we should treat each other as we would like to be treated. I can make more generals, but horses cost money. He has a right to criticize, who has a heart to help. It is not best to swap horses while crossing the river. We can complain because rose bushes have thorns or rejoice because thorn bushes have roses. When I am getting ready to reason with a man, I spend 1/3 of my time thinking about myself and what I am going to say, and 2/3 about him and what he is going to say. If this is coffee, please bring me some tea, but if this is tea, please bring me some coffee. Let us have faith that right makes might, and in that faith, let us, to the end, dare to do our duty as we understand it. My best friend is a person who will give me a book I have not read.